What's up, guys? Back here with another video, and I'm going to be breaking down Paulo Costa versus Marvin Vettori. Both guys have a lot to gain and a lot to lose also, but somebody is going to be taking a step back and somebody going to have one step closer to fighting Israel again for the title. And it's going to be at the UFC Apex, UFC Fight Night. I'm pretty sure it's going to be on espn+. And if you're new, welcome. Hit the subscribe button, ring that bell to get all notifications, and let's go. So on October 23rd, we have Paulo Costa versus Marvin Vettori. Again, both guys, like I said earlier, both guys are coming off a loss against Israel Adesanya, which, obviously one of the great middleweights right now that we have as champion. Paulo Costa getting stopped, I believe in the third round it was, or the second. I believe it was the third round of the fight with him versus Izzy. Paulo Costa didn't even look nothing like himself. He blamed it on, he had a bottle of wine, before. That's a bunch of crap, man. Come on, dude. If that's what you really did before a fight, then that's on you, man. And that's dumb. I feel like fighters should just, if you lose, you lost, man. Just take the L and don't say nothing dumb like that. That's what I think of that. Marvin Vettori, also, his last fight was pretty decent before he fought for the championship again. Before he fought Israel Adesanya again for the championship. I feel like Marvin Vettori is a pretty good, well-rounded fighter. In his fight with Izzy, he just tried to do a technical striking match in the beginning, which is not going to work against somebody like Israel Adesanya, who is a beast, when he's fighting, especially on the stand-up. And, he tried to mix in the takedown. He tried to do with what Jan Blachowicz did when he fought Izzy. But Jan's is a much bigger dude, so it's a little easier for him to hold Izzy down. And, Izzy didn't really gain much weight, fighting for the title at 205 or whatnot. But yeah, both of the guys coming off a loss. Marvin Vettori lost by decision to Izzy, and Paulo Costa getting knocked out, as we all seen, and humped on by Izzy in their fight. I think Paulo Costa and Marvin Vettori just need to go out and just bang it out how they normally do at times. The only thing I feel like Paulo just needs to be mindful of Vettori looking for the takedowns. If the strike is not going too well, or just mixing up the takedowns and not just going blow for blow with somebody like Paulo Costa, which is a strong dude when he is fighting. He hits pretty hard. But what I noticed from Paulo Costa, as hard as he hits, he's not a one-punch knockout person, no matter how big he looks, in physique size. I feel like if he does stop an opponent, it's because, he rocks him on the feet really bad, and the continuing strikes is what gets the stoppage. I don't feel like he's a one-punch knockout person. Vettori, I've seen him knock out people. I've seen Paulo Costa as well, but just not one punch like I've seen Vettori before. I think for Vettori, I think he just needs to play it smart. Take him down, especially in the later rounds when it starts to sweat going and you've been going for a couple of rounds now. Take the fight down to the ground and just mix it up. Be well-rounded. Use your grounded pound. Use the takedowns so you can do your grounded pounds. And I think for Vettori, that should be his game plan. Mix the takedown with his striking. I haven't seen much of Paulo Costa on the ground. I think he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu and whatnot, but that doesn't mean much when you're taking strikes to the head or whatnot and being on the ground. Vettori has great wrestling and great takedowns. Paulo Costa might be a black belt, but I haven't seen him use it as much in the UFC because he's just been, striking a lot and hurting his opponents on the feet, which looks good, So I think in this fight, for Vettori, just needs to mix up his game. For Paulo Costa, do what he does best, strike, have his takedown defense on point, make Vettori strike with him even when he wants to take him down to the ground. I think he just needs to make Vettori strike with him. I think it's going to be a slugfest. If nobody gets knocked out in the earlier rounds, then I have Vettori winning by decision. You know, just because I feel like he's gonna use his much more well-roundedness in this fight, and I can't wait. It's gonna be a great fight. That's my breakdown, guys. Please hit a like and subscribe. I appreciate it. Let's grow this channel, and I appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.